Nosferatu, the 1922 silent film masterpiece, is more than just an unauthorized adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula. It is a cinematic tapestry woven with threads of occultism, mysticism, and esoteric philosophy. From celestial languages to demonic rituals, the film is a treasure trove of hidden symbolism, reflecting the deep fascination its creators had with the supernatural. Join me by the fire as we uncover the occult legacy of this cinematic enigma. But before we dive in, if you're enjoying these campfire tales and want to keep exploring the eerie and unknown, I'd be so grateful if you could take a moment to subscribe to my small channel. Your support helps me continue creating and sharing these stories with you. Now, let's step into the shadows together. At the center of Nosferatu's occult themes is Albin Grau, the film's producer and production designer. Grau was not just an artist, he was a lifelong student of the occult. He even became a member of the Fraternitas Saturni, or the Brotherhood of Saturn, a secretive order founded by Gregor A. Gregorius. This group dedicated itself to the study of esotericism, mysticism, and cosmic magic. Grau adopted the magical name Master Pasitius, and his profound knowledge of the occult permeates every frame of Nosferatu. Grau's studio, Prana Film, was itself a nod to his occult interests. The name Prana comes from Sanskrit, referring to the vital life force that flows through all living things. The studio's logo, a yin-yang symbol, represents the eternal struggle between light and darkness, a theme that resonates deeply in Nosferatu. One of the most striking examples of occultism in Nosferatu lies in the letters exchanged between Count Orlok and Nock, the film's version of Renfield. These letters are adorned with alchemical and hermetic symbols, as well as characters from the Enochian language, a constructed language believed to be the tongue of angels. Enochian dates back to the 16th century and was developed by John Dee, the court astronomer to Queen Elizabeth I, and his associate Edward Kelly. Dee claimed that this language was revealed to him by angels, calling it celestial speech, or the language of Adam. The name Enochian itself refers to the biblical figure Enoch, who, according to Dee, was the last human to know this divine language before it was lost to time. In Bram Stoker's Dracula, the Count is said to have studied at the Scholomance, a legendary school of black magic run by the devil himself. Romanian folklore describes it as a place where 10 students at a time were trained in sorcery, learning to control the weather and even ride dragons. While Nosferatu doesn't explicitly mention the Scholomance, it gives Count Orlok an even more demonic origin. In the film, Orlock is said to have sprung from the seed of Belial, a king of hell and one of Satan's archdemons. The name Belial comes from a Hebrew word meaning worthless or wicked, and the demon is often associated with pestilence and destruction. This connection makes Orlock not just a vampire, but a literal embodiment of plague and death. Orlock's arrival in the town of Wiesborg brings with it the Black Death, carried by the rats that accompany him. This ties him to the occult belief that dark entities, born from humanity's evil thoughts, are responsible for epidemics, a concept rooted in the philosophies of Paracelsus, the Swiss alchemist and physician. Even the film's vampire hunter, Professor Bulwer, has occult ties. Named after Edward Bulwer Lytton, a 19th century writer and occult enthusiast, Bulwer is described as a Paracelsian, a follower of Paracelsus. Paracelsianism links epidemics to malevolent entities spawned by human evil, a theme echoed in Nosferatu's climax. In a departure from Stoker's novel, Nosferatu ends with Ellen Hutter sacrificing herself to destroy Orlock, tying her act to the occult idea of blood sacrifice as a means of averting disaster. The occult influence of Nosferatu extends beyond the screen. In 2015, the grave of F.W. Murnau, the film's director, was broken into. His skull was stolen, and wax residue at the site suggested an occult ritual had taken place. Murnau's skull has never been recovered, adding a macabre footnote to the film's legacy. The shadow of World War I looms large over Nosferatu. Both Murnau and Grau served in the war, and their experiences undoubtedly shaped the film's dark themes. Grau once described the war as a cosmic vampire, draining the lifeblood of millions. The horrors of the trenches, the omnipresence of death, and the plague of rats all found their way into the film's imagery. During his time on the Eastern Front, an incident brought Albin Grau face to face with the supernatural, igniting the inspiration for Nosferatu. As detailed in Eisner's Murnau in 1916, Grau was billeted with a Serbian peasant who claimed his father had become undead after dying without sacraments. The peasant allegedly showed Grau an official document from 1884 describing the exhumation of his father's uncorrupted body with abnormally long, sharp teeth. According to Grau, the peasant recounted how prayers were said and the vampire was staked through the heart. Nosferatu is more than a horror film. It is a window into the occult, a reflection of its creator's fascination with the mystical and the macabre. From alchemical symbols to demonic origins, the film is a testament to the power of esoteric thought in art. And as the stolen skull of F.W. Murnau reminds us, the mysteries of Nosferatu continue to haunt us, even a century later. Thank you for joining us tonight at Tales by the Fire. Until next time, if you dare.